me, Mario!
Super Mario 64, I believe, needs no introduction. Being universally praised, critically acclaimed, and adored by generations of gamers throughout the world, it brought video games to a whole new level, and showcased their true potential. With the Mario series already being a worldwide phenomenon, the first 3D entry in the franchise blew up the entire gaming industry with its release in 1996. When you bought a Nintendo 64, it was pretty much a guarantee you were picking up the game along with it. I know that I'm not alone when I say that Super Mario 64 has made such a big impact on my life. I recently picked up a complete in-box copy of the game at the Midwest Gaming Classic in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Perceiving it in all of its glory, I was hit with a flood of memories and experiences that inspired me to make this video. Some of my other favorite video games include, but are not limited to, BioShock, The Sims, The Last of Us series, and the Kingdom Hearts series, but perhaps I will save those for future videos. With so many games to choose from, what makes Super Mario 64 so sentimental to not only me, but so many others? Well, in celebration of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, I'm going to share with you how Super Mario 64 saved my life. So, without further ado,
let's go.
I was born with a neuromuscular disease called spinal muscular atrophy, causing me to be hospitalized on and off throughout my childhood, at least once a year. I bawled my eyes out whenever my family had to go home because I hated the nighttime loneliness, especially as a kid. Over time, I learned how to get pretty good at living with myself. It was there where I kindled my love for video games. Being greeted by Mario after powering on the console brought me immediate warmth and happiness. It still does. When you spend most of your life in hospitals, away from your family, trying to breathe, you become used to it. It was all I knew. So Mario and I became very well acquainted. The game opens with Princess Peach inviting Mario to her castle for some cake. We get a long shot of the courtyard and castle that still gives me chills. Outside is where we get a quick tutorial on how to operate the new 3D environment, camera, and controls.
And your mind to the realism of Nintendo 64 as you play Super Mario 64.
Mario.
Submerge in a 3D environment with 15 worlds of beautiful graphics and 10 special areas, and of course, Mario. Move an incredible 360 degrees as you embark on Mario's greatest adventure to recover the stolen Power Stars and defeat his mortal enemy, Bowser. Mario acquires special abilities by changing hats. Fly with a feathered hat. Use the invisible hat to vanish. And become invincible with the metal hat. Use these powers to combat giant 3D enemies as you see the action through Mario's eyes. 64 megs of power and battery backup let you experience Mario like never before. It's Super Mario 64.
Now, I'm not the first to acknowledge that there's something off or uneasy about Super Mario 64. Particularly how Mario is almost completely alone in this large, music-filled castle, aside from the occasional help from Toad and that random rabbit down in the basement. Oh, and Yoshi. Besides Lakitu recording your every move, that's really it. You're on this journey alone and isolated, with nothing but empty floors and hallways. It really becomes your own experience. I'll never forget when I first dropped into the volcano for the very first time, feeling like I first discovered a hidden section of the level. The isolation of Super Mario 64 took me away from the chaos of my world of disability and trauma. I now had all the time in the world to discover all of the hidden secrets of Super Mario 64. How the heck do you unlock the blue vanish cap? Oh, you have to ground pound the pillars in the basement, which then completely drains the moat. The further you go, the harder the enemies became. But that only means you're going in the right direction. The final battle against Bowser in the Sky World was both terrifying and surprising as the stage breaks apart into the shape of a star, making the last swing even more detrimental. The game was over. Peach is set free, and Mario gets his cake. It felt like the accomplishment of a lifetime, and it made me think, if you can do that, what other odds can you beat? So as you can see, Super Mario 64 is more than just a game. It was an adventure curated just for whoever was playing. And you know, we live in a crazy, mad, and fallen world. It can become easy for us to just want to escape out into our own little worlds, whether it's in a game, a movie, or a TV show, music, whatever it may be. But that's not always going to be the answer for us to just turn away from these things. You know, we have so many things bombarding us today, whether it's political issues, social issues, loved ones dying, all these things. First of all, pray about these things. Second, if there's anything that Mario 64 has taught me, it's to keep fighting and to keep on moving forward. Game on.